Yeah, I took a lot of vacations.
You were riding a camel this past summer.
I was.
That's pretty impressive.
Travel is so important to me, so I would prioritize living my life now while I'm healthy and able.
Exactly.
Versus just getting a retirement. And I think that's one of the things that like people don't realize that you help with too.
You can do both. Okay, you can live in the now and you can also save at the same time. And I like to put plans together like that too. They give you the fun now and the fun later, but never in a place where you're not going to have any money left over. So you always got to manage it the right way. But there's ways to do exactly what you're doing. You're doing it.
I'm doing it.
And you're doing a good job.
But it took many years to get here because I did it.
We're all proud to pay for our own meal. We went up there and we get a hamburger, fries. We're all proud to pay for our own meal. We went up there and we get a hamburger, fries, a drink, and a cherry or apple pie. Remember the hot ones they used to have, the deep fried ones? And a drink for under, man, milkshake a lot of times, for under $1. No. Crazy, isn't it?
Wow.
Nowadays, you couldn't even get a burger for under $1.
And now Amazon's letting you stretch your payments out
Isn't that nice
on your
of them?
purchase, and they're doing it on everything. So it's really just everywhere. So
It's all about trying to trap you behind that dead 8 ball, and you don't need to be trapped behind there. And there are ways where you don't have to be. So let's get together. We'll put a plan together that makes sense for you, a common sense plan that encompasses fun,
so
like Jen wants to do,
live
but
my life.
fun now and fun later. We can do it all together.
Finish first with this guy.
Consumer advocate Thomas Lipscomb here in studio with best-selling author Coach Pete D'Arruda. Coach, how are you doing?
Great, Thomas. How are you?
I am doing very well. Excited to get into the topic. Now listen to this. Something that is going to throw us back to 1981. You probably know what it is.
Back to the future.
Stocks, bonds, inflation-protected bonds, industrial metals all slumping at the same time. Not a pretty reminder, is it?
No, and we're almost there now, Thomas. I mean, when you look at it, the problem these days is how strong is the American dollar? And not what an exchange rate is, but are we still using the American dollar to trade oil? And there have been rumors that that's going away. And if that goes away, we won't be able to print unlimited dollars anymore. We've been able to hide a lot of the dollars we print because we are the international exchange currency.
There you go.
If that goes away, we turn into Venezuela overnight.
Well, let me ask you this. You're talking about printing more dollars. Obviously, that means inflation, inflation, inflation.
Yeah.
And I have a note here that says just a 3% rate of inflation would cut your spending power in half over the course of 24 years.
Well, let's look at it. People hear inflation. A lot of people don't realize what that means. Yeah. That means there's way too many dollars out there for way too many things to buy. And so here's why it happened. The government gave away trillions of dollars, and a lot of the giveaways were to tell people not to work. So you're paying people not to work, and they're usually the people who are making the products that people are buying. So if you're not working to make the products, but they're giving you money to go buy products, there aren't products out there. So then the few products that are out there, the people, when I go to the food store, when I go to the appliance store, when I go any store, I'm paying a lot more than I should.
Okay, well tell us, how can we develop that inflation shield then?
Yeah, well, we used to call it an inflation protected plan. It still is, but we need to make sure that our money is at least earning up to what it still is, but we need to make sure that our money is at least earning up to what inflation is.
Consultations as well as in-office consultations, so get yours today.
In 2024, an EBRI study said only 1 out of 4 Americans felt confident they'd never run out of money. So how can you help people build certainty into their plan?
There's a lot of great financial plans out there, but you don't have a retirement plan unless you have streams of lifetime income that's guaranteed. I like more than one stream. Of course, Social Security, that's a stream of income. It's an annuity offered by the government. Everyone gets Social Security. But we need our own personal annuities. We need to ensure our retirement. And it's great to look at these gigantic $1 million balances in the stock market. They're fun. It is fun to grow your money, and we want the market to grow. But we also want to preserve the money we've already taken all these years where we didn't do stuff to save. What good is it to save money to watch it disappear before you can spend it? So let's put some of the money in a place we can outlive and put those in streams of income account.
With Bitcoin, though, every time you do a transaction, it goes all the way to the beginning, follows the chain all the way up, and puts your transaction way over here.
Wow.
On Ethereum, it goes back to the last time on the node, and it adds it right there going forward. So it's a lot faster on Ethereum. Now, both Ethereum and Bitcoin have pretty good transactional fees. Bitcoin calls it transaction.
I just don't believe it will be here in the short. I just don't believe it will be here in the short.
We're working on another one called Through the Years, by the way.
Yes, we are. Which is very fun.
From 1909 all the way to 2025, telling you every single year the inflation, the how much a cost of a loaf of bread, gas, these kind of great things, and then some of the famous songs back then, and just things you're going to bring back some good memories.
Oh, and it's so fun when you read through the book, guys. When you get your copy, it starts off in 1909, 1910, and we've put the style in the style of that era. So then, as you progress to the 20s and the 30s, you
the Roaring 20s, right?
You get to the 40s, 50s. It feels like the Jetsons. You get to the. It's really fun. It's a fun book. I look forward to it. But let's focus on this one right now.
It's a good book right here too.
Chapter 2: Tax diversification and income bucket. So bucketing strategy. I'm sure many of you watching know that Coach Pete is and has been on television and radio for a very, very, very long time.
Over 20 years.
And we talk bucketing strategy a lot, but here you're talking about it in terms of taxation.
It's so much easier to understand your money when you could break it down into piles or buckets.
Yeah.
All right, so there's 3 main buckets when we're talking about taxation. We've got the taxable bucket. That's money that, like when you get a paycheck, it's taxable.
Sure,
taxable money. If you have a CD at the bank, it's usually taxable, so that's taxable. We have the tax deferred bucket. That's where you earn interest, but you don't pay the taxes until you take the money out down the road. So like your IRAs are tax deferred.
Okay,
you got to put money in, you got to reduce your taxable income when you put the money. He, instead of giving to the church every week, he told the pastor he was going to use that money and buy a life insurance policy with it. So that when he passed away, he left $1 million to the church tax-free.
I bet they were happy about that.
See, I mean, that's a creative way right there. It made a lot of sense.
It is.
So if you turn the tax law upside down, it can be your best friend. If you have it as it is now and don't really pay attention to it, it's going to be your worst enemy.
That's good.
So we have something we call tax planning, looking ahead to protect your behind from the tax man. So let's get a tax plan put together along with your retirement plan.